So obviously we've got USB points here for the customers. We've got 36 USB points throughout the vehicle. As we walk through the vehicle, we've got the strap hanger, the traditional strap hanger from the 378, which will be a slightly different colour. We've offset the floor to ceiling pole from the doorway, so we don't have a congestion point for all our passengers. We've added an additional door push button on the door, so when the passengers are stood like this, usually trying to, or people stood in the sandbags, there's an additional open button for the door. TFT screens, which is digital, so we can remotely digitalise, we can send videos, we can send different types of advertising, and they can be set at different times of day depending on our occupants. The design features are all wear in, not wear out, so we've got stainless steel on the knocking point polished, on these points and also on the draft screens. The design feature is the squircle, so this is which is a square with a semicircle at either side, which you'll see on your lights, the end of your armrests, and we've got total longitudinal seating. The other feature we've got is, as you come through to the centre of the saloon, we have more poles every 2 seats to draw people into the centre of the vehicle, rather than at this location where we have 3 seats, so the flow of the vehicle flows through more consistent. The Dasher Green, we took colour samples from around London Overground of various plants and flowers, and that green replicates the green in our local shrubbery.
So these units behind me, the Class 710s, will start their deployment on the Gospel Oak Barking Line. So 8 of them will enable our service to run, which is a 4 trains per hour service on Gospel Oak Barking. Obviously the line has just recently been completed in terms of electrification, which is a great milestone, and now we can start testing these trains on the line to make sure that they're ready for rollout there. That's the first place they're going. Then after that they help us a cascade of trains to enable the 10 trains per hour on the North London line and West London line, services to Clapham and to Richmond. And that comes as a second part of this deployment. And then the third part is, and the majority of these trains, so 31 out of the 45, will go out onto the West Anglia lines, which is what we call the services out of Liverpool Street to Chingford, Enfield and Cheshunt. And that's where the majority of these trains will be. And they'll be formed as 8-car units, replacing the 30 to 40-year-old rolling stock that we've got out there today, which we inherited when we took over the services from Liverpool Street back in 2015. So it's quite a big deal really to double the capacity on these trains on the Gospel Oak Barking Line, which is the whole idea. So we keep the same frequency of 4 trains per hour, and we have talked to Network Rail about increasing that over time, and we have started thinking about whether or not the services run early enough in the morning, whether we could run a little bit earlier and things like that. But at the moment, the first thing to do is to put these brand new trains out on the Gospel Oak Barking Line and make sure that our passengers down there get a doubling of capacity on their services.